we're supposed to have freedom of choice, why is it that a plant, a harmless plant, is illegal, but yet we're allowed to drink alcohol, which kills our liver, smoke tobacco, which gives so many people a year cancer? I mean, bath salt was legal 2 years ago, and that's worse than crystal meth, according to scientists. So why is it that a natural plant coming from the ground is illegal in this country? Marijuana is classified in the same category as cocaine, heroin, and crystal meth. It is a Schedule I drug just as the rest of them. But why is this? Why is it that you, as Americans, will go to jail for smoking, consuming, or possessing a plant that literally has nothing added to it if it's grown right, if it's natural? There's nothing wrong with it. There's no radiation or methane or ammonia or anything they add to it. It just simply comes from the ground. Yet, it is one of America's top priorities in the war on drugs today. Billions of dollars are spent containing this epidemic of crime that we have in this country. So, what are the legal aspects of marijuana? How much trouble are you really in if you get caught with it? Well, federally, marijuana is illegal in all 50 states. It's legal to possess, it's legal to sell, it is also legal to grow. No one is allowed to do it. The federal government states that marijuana cannot be regulated and therefore it cannot be legal. They can't regulate the amount of THC in each plant, and they can't regulate who grows it. They are not allowing it in the country. However, statewide, there are a few states that allow it medically. And in 2 states in the union now, ever since a recent vote, that allow it to be recreational. However, they are not recognized by the federal government. So don't think just because, ooh, I'm going to California, let's all toke up. You know, that's not going to happen. Because if you get caught in a dispensary buying marijuana at any time, or you get caught by a police officer, it doesn't necessarily mean you're off scot-free. The state police won't persecute you. But any federal branch of government finds out that you're smoking or possessing marijuana, and you're arrested regardless of what the state says. They don't recognize states' rights. In New York State, it is both medically and recreationally legal. No one is allowed to possess marijuana, and having marijuana up to an eighth in Ulster County is considered a UPM. A UPM is a ticket. You will receive an appearance date in court. You show up in court just like you were speeding. However, the fine's a lot heftier. And if you ever have financial aid, this is good for the college students in here to know, if you have any type of financial aid and you're ever caught with marijuana, you don't even have to be convicted. You are caught with any amount of marijuana and the police writes a report and puts you in the back of a car, you're done. You will never get financial aid ever again in the state. Any amount. Could be a flake, could be paraphernalia, any UPM, any ticket you receive for drug-related items will exclude you from financial aid. So, if you're in a situation similar to mine, if I ever got caught with marijuana, I wouldn't be going to school anymore because I can't afford school without financial aid. That's why I attended community college. So, what are the effects of marijuana? How does marijuana alter people's state of mind? Well, recreationally, marijuana is a mild stimulant that produces small hallucinations. It is most commonly smoked, and when you induce the feelings that you get from marijuana, you oftentimes get a euphoric sense. You have an altered state of reality. You can sometimes perceive things differently. It is known to make people hungry. Your eyes turn red and bloodshot due to the amount of magnesium in it. Your pupils become dilated. So, those are the recreational effects, but why would doctors prescribe it? Why would a doctor ever hand you a bag of a plant and tell you to smoke this as medication? Well, for those who have cancer and AIDS, the really sick. I mean, I feel like it's kind of abused in these states. You know, I have back pain. Oh, here's some marijuana. No, but the people who are really sick, the AIDS patients, the cancer patients, the people who are terminal, they're oftentimes nauseous at all hours of the day. Their medication sickens them. And so marijuana curbs their appetite, takes away their pain, helps them with their anxiety. It allows the dying to have a comfortable end to their lives. It allows them to have a certain amount of leisure in their last few years, months, etc. So what are some other uses for marijuana other than smoking it and cooking it or doing anything you can to get the THC into your body? Well, marijuana is not just the female plant. There's also the male seed. The male seed is known as the hemp plant. The hemp plant has absolutely no THC. You can't smoke it and get high. You can get a really bad headache, but that's about it. So why is the hemp plant important? The hemp plant can be used for biofuel. It is more efficient than what's currently used for biofuel, and if we produced hemp plants, we could easily get off of our dependence on foreign oil. It is a good source of protein. Hemp can be added to almost anything to boost the source of protein in it, and it is better for you than most of the shakes that you find in stores when you're trying to build muscle mass for protein, because hemp is natural. Hemp can be used as paper. We would save many forests and trees if we were able to use it, because hemp is illegal, by the way, in all 50 states. It is also a really great source of tax revenue. You see, if we were to tax marijuana, it's estimated that in the first year alone, we could produce $12.6 billion in tax alone, at least from the states. So think about that. In the first term, really, it's not that long, to consider the amount that people would be buying. But $12.6 billion? The government spends money right now to keep marijuana out of this country when they could be making money from it. But your taxes could be decreased by marijuana being legal. Your children may not have to suffer for the mistakes of our ancestors economically if we legalize marijuana. The economic state that we're in, if anyone follows politics right now, is terrible. And the Republicans, the Democrats, no one has a solution. But if we just legalize a simple plant, we could be fixing it. So in conclusion, when you wonder why your taxes are so high, or why your cancer-afflicted family member has to suffer and take harsh pills and chemo treatments, and be sick and in pain, or even when you stop at the pump on the way to school and you have to suffer the outrageous gas prices, think about it. Think about how the legalization of one plant could change all that. Think about how your trip to school, even, every morning, could be halved, a quarter of the cost. So, if the leader of the free world, Barack Obama, who is quoted as saying, "I did inhale. I inhaled frequently, that was the point." If he can smoke marijuana and get away with it, if it's medically prescribed by doctors, real people who went to school, who put their licenses on the line every single day to give people their medication or marijuana, then why can't the average Joe, why can't any of us just come home after a long, stressful day and say, "I don't want to destroy my liver with a beer. I'm going to smoke a joint. I'm going to toke up and enjoy the rest of my day because I had a lot of stress today." Why not? Think about it the next time you go to the polls. Think about it the next time you're doing something and you see someone getting pulled over and their car getting searched. Think about what's about to happen to them